Okay, so this is the part where I will go through my goals that I set for February, although I already know that I don't think I did very well. February was just a month where I just wanted it to end. Let's start going through the goals. So the first goal that I set was to read 3 books, and this I actually managed to do. I actually read 3 books. I'll show you. So I read The Good Sister by Sally Hepworth. I read this really quickly. And honestly, if you like a psychological thriller, you might wish to check out this author. She also has another book called Darling Girls, which I really enjoyed as well. So I definitely recommend this book. I read The Wisteria Society of Lady Scoundrels by India Holton. And this is a trilogy, and this is the first book of the trilogy, and I absolutely loved it. It is written in like a Bridgerton era kind of phase. In fact, it says Bridgerton meets Peaky Blinders. There's a bit of comedy and humor as well in it, I found, with like the evil character, but it was a really good book. You have to give it some time because how it's written in a particular way, but it's very suitable for the storyline that it's going for. So those are the 2 books I read. Plus, I also read from the library, I borrowed a book, The Flat Share from Beth O'Leary, and I absolutely loved it. The storyline, and I would love to see that as a movie. I really love how it's written, and in fact, there's a book that I have in my library, in my own personal library. I buy lots of books and I forget what books I buy and I never read them. And I also have a book from Beth O'Leary that I haven't read yet, which I actually got out and I want to read for March. The next goal was to visit a new cafe, and to be fair, I did visit a new cafe this year. Was it new to me all round? No. But my goal did say visit a new cafe. So I'm going to put it in my head that I set a goal for myself to visit a new cafe for this year. Well, actually, technically, I did actually visit a new cafe with a friend, to be fair, which I had never gone to. But the one I was thinking of was a cafe which I've been to last year, but I've never been to this year. So actually, in all honesty, in all reality, I did visit a new cafe when I met a friend of mine. So we take that up. Okay, next one was to bake red velvet brownie, and the only photo I got was when I put it in the oven. And my intention was to bake it obviously during the Valentine's Day week, but that week was horrible, obviously, and I did not bake it then, but it dragged on quite a bit, and finally we did it this weekend together with Luke. I did it with Luke, and it actually came out really good. I took some with me on Monday to work, and he did, and we got some good reviews, so that was very cool. The next one was to drink 8 glasses of water per day. And I don't believe I did this. To be fair, I wasn't even tracking it properly. So if I had to reuse this goal, I would try and track it a bit more properly. Those were my personal goals. So now I categorize them. And the next goals are social media goals. And the first one I did was dedicated to YouTube. And the first one was to upload 6 videos, which I do not believe I did because I uploaded the reset, the no makeup stash, and then 2 more videos, the palette bingo and the Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation review. So I only uploaded 4 videos, but it's okay. This month I feel like it was going to be like that. I had no control over it. February was the month of my dad's first year death anniversary, and I feel like I've been in a lot of emotions, a lot of processing. I just miss my dad. And planning a wedding, and in fact this month I just kind of scrapped all wedding planning ideas, and I'm going to just focus on it now in March, because every time I go for an appointment, if it's for photos, if it's for videos, if it's for the band, or if it's for the dress, or if it's for whatever, it's always like, it's a reminder of my dad not going to be there, because they ask me, he's going to have his, your dad's going to walk you down the aisle, or we're going to have photos with your mom and dad, and I'm like, nope, my dad is not with us anymore. So it's not easy. It is not easy, but I feel like hopefully, first year has passed, so like the firsts have been somehow done, and we just try to survive. We just try to continue. It's grief never really goes away. It stays with us. Maybe it becomes softer and gentler along the way, but it's still going to be there. So it's like a wound that never scabs away. The scab never falls away. Like you'd always have like a mark. So it's just, trying to go with it. So I was like trying to tell myself, just be gentle with yourself during the month of February, because it's not going to be an easy month. Okay, so the next goal was to upload 4 shorts, and I don't believe I did this either. And if I did, it wasn't something that I was motivated to do. So I'm just going to. Instagram goals was to upload 4 times a week. Did not do that. And to upload 4 Instagram reels, which I did not do that. Obviously, with social media this month, it kind of naturally took a backside. At the end of the day, I love interacting with you guys, but at the same time, I just wish to become more mindful on how I use social media. Not the part of where I interact with you guys, because I think like I really enjoy that part, but at the same time, social media sometimes when you follow, or the feed, what it brings as well, it kind of brings a lot of the ideal of what the ideal reality should be, when in reality that is not reality. So I just want to be more mindful on how I use social media these days as well. I wish to obviously this month get in touch with that again, mostly the creative side of me, and creating content and interacting with you guys. So the keywords that I gave, because every month I give myself some keywords, were self-compassion, breed, and grieve. And I feel like I did the 3 of them, especially the self-compassion one, where I just let myself be and let myself slow down and let myself not do anything when I needed not to do anything. And also, how did you do during the month of February? Did you set up any goals? How was your month? Let me know in the comments down below. Okay, so now what we're going to be doing is basically we're going to be setting some goals for the month of March already. And that is what we're going to be doing. So let's reflect a little bit on what goals we want to set for the month of March. So here are my goals for the month of March. I also wish to know what are your goals that you've set for the month of March as well. Let me know in the comments down below. So the first goal that I set was for personal goals, and that is to read 2 books. Now, the past 2 months I've read 3 books, but then realistically this month I have to do some reading with regards to my job. So I think I need to give some time for non-fiction reading and give some time for that. So that's why I've listed down 2 books that I want to read. At the same time, I'm going to show you what I am intending to read. So I'm reading Verity by Colleen Hoover. This is my library book of the month. And this is what I'm reading. I started it. I'm just in chapter 3 and I'm already loving it already. The next book, like I told you, would be The Wake Up Call by Beth O'Leary. I picked this one up because I absolutely loved the flat share and it reminded me of how much I love this author. But I think I have to read this first. And this is a huge book. Now I've realized, oh dear, it's over 500 pages. So this is Legacy by Nora Roberts, and it was actually a book that we have to discuss during the month, during book club, which is in April. So we're going to be discussing Intermezzo, The Good Sisters, and Legacy. So Intermezzo and The Good Sisters I've read, but this one I have not read yet. So I just need to start. I think after Verity, I think I will read this, and then I will try to read The Wake Up Call. So those are the books that I'm going to be reading next, but as I told you, I don't think I'm going to finish all 3, so let's try and aim for these 2. And then the Beth O'Leary one would be a perk. So the next goal is to wash my makeup brushes, and I've set this goal just for it to be a gentle reminder. And the next one is to not buy any new makeup. So this is a very big challenge of mine because I love makeup. I just bought something yesterday, the new Natasha Denona Bloom eyeshadow palette. So I'm just going to try and not buy any new makeup because it's ridiculous now. So the next goal is to decorate for spring, because March 21st marks the first day of spring. So I'm really excited for that. And I love to spritz up the place and reset it as well. And the next goal is to go for a walk. I mean, with the weather being the way it is now, I feel like I am motivated enough to go for a walk. The next goals are for social media. So the first one is dedicated to YouTube. It's to film 4 videos. I made it a bit more realistic, and just 4 I think is a bit more realistic. And the next one is to film 4 shorts, which again, I believe it's a bit more realistic. The next one is dedicated to Instagram, and that is to upload 3 times a week. I think 3 times a week is more doable than 4 times. Another one is to upload 6 Instagram reels, which I have in mind something to do, but I don't know how it's going to be received. So we will see. I have an idea in my mind, and I'm just going to see how to do it, basically. And I've also chosen 3 keywords for the month of March. That is to relax, self-care, and to live. I feel like with the weather changing and with it being more sunny and blue, I feel like these keywords go very well together. And then we'll review this at the end of March. So those were my goals during the month of March. I just wish you all a lovely, beautiful March, and even kind of it's the start of spring as well. So hopefully everything will blossom properly. So I just invite you to take a deep breath in and out and let yourself transition to the month of March. Take care, guys, and I'll see you guys again very soon. If you liked today's video, give it a thumbs up if you want, and subscribe if you want to see more. And for those of you who have subscribed already, thank you so much for joining my channel. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I don't want this video to end apparently, but I'm going to say this one more time. I'll see you guys in my next video.